What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm back with another tattoo video. I know it's been like a bit. My husband is currently sick right now, so I've been taking care of him. My kids are doing Spirit Week this week, and it's their first day of school, so I've been like doing crazy mom crafting. Also, we have officially started the process of closing on our first house, which is exciting. And I'm super excited for a new super nice setup and where all my stuff is gonna go and where my furniture is gonna go, what I'm getting rid of. Like, it's been like this huge mental process of just visiting a house for 15 minutes and saying, yep, that's it, let's go. Because the market is stupid. Like I mentioned like several months ago that we were gonna be moving, and it is just now happening. So like in the next couple of months, we'll see how the uploads go. I usually throw in like gaming filler stuff if I'm not able to sit down and actually do a video. Or if me and my husband just don't have time to do something together, which has been the case because he has been out. He's had bronchitis. The whole family's been sick like 6 weeks out of this year already, and we're going into the 7th week basically. So it's been a lot, but I have a moment to sit down with you guys, and I'm excited because I want to look at watercolor tattoos, which were a huge thing when I started tattooing. Yeah, back when I started tattooing, watercolor was huge, and the misconception was let's do shitty lining and throw basic colors in it and it'll look like watercolor, which is the idea when you are in middle school for sure, but not when you are charging as a service professionally. So we'll see how well people do, how well I think it goes, how well you think it goes. Let's see some techniques. Let's go. It's Winnie the Pooh. I see a lot of Disney watercolor stuff, but it seems like they're going through with like their blending and being cautious of the highlights and stuff like that. And bringing in that yellow is nice because even with that skin tone, it actually looks pretty good with that blue behind it. But the blue and the yellow really make it pop, and it's very smart the way they did it because it is a fully saturated tattoo. I really like that. It's pretty and it looks well done. Freehand watercolor elephant tattoo. I like that. See, it's still got good lining. It's got line variation in it. It's on the calf too. That sucks. That is a tender area. This is like a nice delicate version of it and really thins out the lining compared to the other one. So I like that too. Very different, but same. The white towel reveal. Yes. We don't need that fancy foam reveal. None of that. We just go scrape it down a rag. Let's go. Let's go. Today. That's not bad. I'm not so crazy about this one because this seems more like the watercolor that I was used to seeing when I was having, my coworkers do tattoos like that and stuff, just like very thick black with just like random colors in it. And like it doesn't really seem like a theme with the color so much, with like some negative space rather than just flat black, if that makes sense, like just more lining involved, because that bugs me. I don't know what that's supposed to be. I know it's up to the client, but I don't understand this spacing here. Style tattoo sucks. See? Beautiful work. People who understand color theory. Good stuff.
You guys know what genre of music?
Oh, so you're trashing on people who have technique. Okay. Watercolor Spiderman tattoo. Ooh, we getting those comic-y colors in. Getting those tones. The definition. Yes, it doesn't matter how small it is. This could definitely take several hours to get done. And it's watercolor, but it's also like I guess it technically is, but being smart with the white lining, keeping those areas nice and crispy, That's a nice tattoo because it barely has any watercolor in it. But just adding to it and blending more watercolor in as a filler, I like that idea a lot. Watercolor Phoenix. I've seen like 50 of those in my life, but they are fun. Oh, okay. I'm not dogging, but it's the random clouds of color I'm just not a fan of. It's like you're supposed to, when you do watercolor painting, it's like those colors don't stay within your lining. They kind of like seep out and stuff. I actually used to do a crap ton of watercolor painting when I was in high school and some college program stuff, but my technique was different because I used the pen ink to watercolor as well. So I held definition inside the subject, and then like the black with color would fog out and blend together. And this just doesn't seem like there's a purpose to the red and purple, but I'm not ink master, so Oriental Tattoo. Oh, see, I'm liking this. You got a literal color wheel in it. Nah, I can dig that. You see the blending just in the heart and the definition and just using those dark tones. And the lining is good. This is this different level. Very smart. I don't know how this half will heal up at all, but the idea is there. What? That's so heavy to be on your hand, though. Those gloves are too big. Sorry, dude. Okay, quick tip. Side of my hand. See how that's gone? Yeah, that doesn't stay in. So like from here over is going to just fall out and be just a big dingy mess. That's gotta be a cover up. That's super cool. What? It's a whole new style. That's not even watercolor at this point, but I actually like that a lot more. Nice. If y'all haven't noticed, I have a Zelda sleeve started, not finished. Bunch of it's a big old fail. Didn't do it myself. Covered some of it up by myself because it was infected. It all fell out. It took several months to heal. I took time away from it. This has been like a freaking process of my life. I wish I had just gotten something like this. Just dumped money into it. Let's check it out. We're covering spaces today. Very delicate. Now, the real question is, which part is redness from the skin and which part is the flower, because it is irritated, which is expected. But those little like irritated halos around the whole tattoo, it just makes me wonder how this is gonna heal up. I really love this lining. As weird as it looks, it's still delicate, but it just gives it some like natural feel to it. I don't think it's gonna be like a very long lasting tattoo, but something, if you have a pink hue to your skin and you want to go over it to brighten it back up and like add a hue to it to make it really pop again, you can do that. Yeah, because I just imagine that like when it heals up, you're just gonna have like little bulbs and like patchy sticks in there, but it's super easy to refinish if you need to. It's very peppery. It doesn't really fit. I don't really ever think of peppery when I think of watercolor. That's not really a texture you get when you're doing watercolor, even on like really thick paper. So I feel like this isn't like their specialty, but it is nicely done. I mean, it is packed. It is lined very well. It's not really my cup of tea. Like, it's not a specialized tattoo, but it is good. Okay, here, big one. Ooh, that stencil must be a bitch. Okay. Okay. That's a lot of daunting fucking work with those straight lines. What the fuck? That's definitely the painted watercolor feel that I'm definitely more into. Just like, I feel like the basic watercolor work is just so illustrative lining, random patches of cover, like color just evenly sectioned in it, and I feel like that's the laziness, like the typical watercolor. So I'm not trying to say lazy, because you do need your packing and your lining on point, but it just doesn't have enough of a dynamic to it. But like the paint smearing, or like the very well painted look to it, just like changing it to make it their own, like that's, I like that more. That's so nice. Like, it is very light, but I feel like even when that heals up, like it's gonna be interesting. I feel like the same artist who did this also did this car, and I'm super obsessed with that. I want to see that one. I really enjoy this a lot. I like how they just took out that lining too. It's just the full painted effect. So good. Damn. And those bricks aren't too heavy either. Like, it adds that perception to it, like a focus to it. Like, you know, the foreground, and then it just lifts up into less and less detail. It's super smart. I'm enjoying that. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. Man, I think I'm good. Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about when it goes to watercolor, let me know. You know, I worked out in the boonies in a shop that did watercolor all the freaking time. So I have seen very basic, minimalistic, low effort watercolor tattoos before. Like, I know crap when I see it, but I also don't want to dog too hard on it, because there is actually a lot that goes into it, and just because they're getting commissioned to do a watercolor piece doesn't mean that they're not good at their job or anything. You can always tell if somebody has, you know, those basic skills nailed down based on their lining and their color packing. Maybe not necessarily the dynamic, because that is when you start moving into a specialty, or when you just understand art composition, stuff like that. I just appreciate like those extra bold, expensive tattoos, because they just make me happy. But no, all of those tattoos were good. I think they were all decent. I think they were worth the money, whatever they charged. You know, probably in like the $100 to $300 range sort of thing. So all of them were good. Maybe not my taste, but I don't have any watercolor tattoos. Maybe I should get some. Maybe it would make my life a little bit easier to just throw in some random lining and then just splash some color in here, and I would just have shit finished. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see y'all for the next one. Hopefully I'm not gonna get sick next. We'll see. Probably not, but that was my video, so I'll see you later. Bye.